All right, everybody, here come your Proctor Rails.
Here we go. 15 minutes on the clock. First period about to start. Brecken on the dot with Ruxin and Will. Miles and Matt at the points. First draw, one back by Grand Rapids. Up out of the zone by Miles. Ruxin circles back into his own end. Over to Matt. He starts ahead. Into the zone he goes. He'll fire a shot in on net. Saved and smothered. Just 20 seconds into the game, Rails will get an offensive zone draw. Draw one back to Will. Matt holds the blue line. He'll push it back down into the corner. Grand Rapids starts ahead. That's intercepted by Miles at the blue line. Given back though. Thunderhawks out of their own end up the near side. Cuts to the middle. Tries a toe drag. Miles will take that one away. Good body. That's played through center ice. Thunderhawks back to the near side. Shot from just inside the blue line. Gloved, and Chase will hang on. .02 left in the first. A shot apiece. Declan on the dot there. Grand Rapids wins the draw back. Up front, tip was missed. That goes wide. Gray chips it up the wall. He's bumped. Shot from the blue line. Whistled wide of the net. Thunderhawks send it around behind. Declan will pick it up. On the far half wall, sent to the blue line. Held in. That's dumped right back off the end wall. Matt picks it up on the far wall. Chips this to the middle. Good stick there. Holds it in for the Thunderhawks. They'll wrap it around near side. Chip back down into the corner. Declan circles behind the net. Plays it off the wall to himself. Up ahead, that's held in at the blue line. Second effort from Gray gets it out. Thunderhawks take it away. They push it into the zone. Brio will pick it up. Plays it back to Matt. Near side for Garrett. Garrett stumbles a bit. Curls back to the near side wall. Stops. Rink wide pass hits Matt. He'll start ahead into the offensive zone. Backhands it through the slot. Nobody home. Declan centers. Played up. Held in at the half wall by Matt. It's taken away though and sent. Garrett from his own zone. Plays it ahead. Tipped by Max. Max to the blue line. Can't get it in. Steals it there. 2-on-2 as they cross. Max to the middle, poke check. Tony able to hold the zone. He gets hit. And that'll be a penalty. Grand Rapids. Call will be a body check. Number 17 for the Thunderhawks. Going to the box. Minute and a half on the board. Rails to the power play. Oh, sorry, number 12.
Thunderhawks win it back to their far side corner. Miles can't hold the zone. Thunderhawks start ahead. Garrett gets over. Deeks, glove save from Jace. Thunderhawks get it back. Garrett clears it to the near side circle. It's a mad scramble. Will pick it up here. Centers for Brecken. Into the offensive zone they go. Puck pinned in the corner there. Squirts out behind the net. Thunderhawks reverse back behind their own net. Oh, off a skate, loose in the circle there. Thunderhawks first one's on it. They'll clear it up off the wall. That goes the length of the ice, rolling. Icing will be the call. 11:39 left in the first period. Rails got 42 ticks left on the power play. Offensive zone draw upcoming. Brecken on the dot. Actually, that was Tony. Thunderhawks win it, side of the net. Played off the corner. Miles up from the line. Puts this one close to the net. Kicked to the side by a defenseman. Tony from the corner. Backhands it out front. That's taken away by a Thunderhawk player. They start out of the zone down the near side. Good break up there at the blue line. Sent back the other way. Icing waved off. Thunderhawks will be forced to play it. Max breaks it up. Sent to the line. Griffin holds. He circles. Both teams back to full strength. Thunderhawks start up the near side wall with it. Cuts to the middle. He was in offsides though. 10:46 left in the first period. Faceoff comes to the near side dot outside the Rails end. Thunderhawks have possession off the draw. They fire that one right into the corner. That rims all the way around. Picked up on the far half wall. Miles tries to put that up off the glass. He gets it back on the half wall. Kicks it ahead. Still trying to get it ahead. Grand Rapids holds the line. Shot on net. Stick save. Jace will smother it. Draw one by Declan. Miles has it. That gets deflected. Sent back into the corner. Declan will be the first one there. Rims this one hard. Bria can't get it, but it does squirt out of the zone. Rapids ahead into the offensive zone. They'll stay onsides down the far wall. Around behind the net, still has possession. Good pressure there from Declan. Forces the puck loose. Declan's dumps away from the play. Garrett battling behind the net. Miles comes over, poke checks that one to the corner. Grand Rapids gets it back, tries to turn in the circle. Puck bouncing around. Still in the feet. Rapids now tries to center, taken away by Miles. He goes around behind the net, tipped to the line and out. Grand Rapids able to get back. Curls just inside their blue line, send it all the way ahead. Icing waved off, they'll say Miles could have played it. Garrett has. Starts out behind the net. Hard up to Matt at the blue line. Out of the zone for Bria. Bria across the line. Over to Declan. He runs into a player there. He's going to go to the box now for a trip. Delayed call here. Grand Rapids about to hit a power play. Rink wide pass intercepted by Bria. And with that whistle, so Declan, minor for tripping, minute and a half in the box. Rails for the penalty kill. We've got Brecken on the draw. Puck goes to the far side wall. Will has it there, plays it ahead, held it at the point. shot. That ramped off a stick into the near side corner. Puck on the half wall. Matt gets it ahead. That's going to be held in at the blue line. Walks to the slot, shoots that wide. Rapids from the wall. That hits the base of the net. Around behind, wrap around attempt. Matt able to poke it in behind. Chips that off the wall. Thunderhawks overskated it. Battle inside the line. Will able to pitch, get it free just outside the line. Thunderhawks back in. Shoot that off a stick into the corner. Matt chips it off the near side wall. Brecken out the middle. That'll go the length of the ice. Icing is waved off. Thunderhawks forced to play it. They start out near side. Cuts into the middle. Hard shot. Blocker save. Puck loose. Will picks this up. Will chips it ahead. Thunderhawks will start from neutral zone. In on the far side, around the corner. Short angle shot. That's saved by Jace. Clear out of the crease. Matt starts ahead. Poke check there. Will gets to the red line. He'll dump it to the corner looking for a change. They're going to say he didn't make it. He was at the line. Icing the call. 6 seconds left in the minor to Declan. Tony will take this draw. It's over to the wall. Garrett battling in the corner there. Tony now pinned between two Grand Rapids players. Plays it ahead. Griffin can't clear it. Garrett hits a body out front on his clearing attempts. Declan out of the box. Both teams to full strength. This one's dumped down. They're going to call that icing. He also could have played that. Thunderhawks win the draw, push it to the corner. Garrett takes it there. He's stripped of the puck. Grand Rapids pushes it towards the net. They've got it around behind. Centering attempts knocked away. Garrett in the corner plays it up the wall. Max able to force that one out of the zone. Back pressure from the Thunderhawks takes it away. Played up, that's intercepted by Tony. He sidesteps one player, drops for Max. Max, bottom of the circle, play it down to the corner. Centers, that's taken away. Tony pushes it right back to the corner for Max. He curls, surveys, sends it out front. There was nobody there. Thunderhawks start ahead with a head of steam. 3-on-2 as they cross. Around, out front, backhand attempt, goes through the crease wide. Griffin will pick it up in the corner, plays it ahead. Tony chips it up out of the zone. Thunderhawks go rink wide. Jace's stick is in the corner. With that whistle, they're offside. 6:12 left in the first period. Jace will be able to go back and retrieve his stick. We're going to face off outside the rails end in front of the bench. Thunderhawks don't get it into the zone. That was held out by Gray. Second attempt does get it in. Matt to the line but not out. He overskated. Thunderhawks, bottom of the circle, lift that one into the netting behind the goal. Faceoff comes to the near side circle here. Draw one to bat. He clears this up and out of the zone. Thunderhawks have it at center ice. Rink wide into the zone, but they were offsides. Number 6 had not yet tagged up, so offsides. They'll get this one to a center ice draw. Thunderhawks with possession. That's stolen by Gray to the far side wall. He chips that to the blue line. Bria just overskated. Puck cleared to the near side. into the zone. Matt will be the first one on it. Takes a look over his shoulder. Continues on behind the net. Stops. Loses a man. Oh, tries to clear that. Goes off a mask. Plays it ahead. Declan backhands it out of the zone. Thunderhawks from their own blue line. Play it rink wide into the zone. Shot goes off a couple of bodies out front. Declan around behind. Met with two players there. Centering attempt there from Grand Rapids. Back to the near side. Shot blocked by Gray. Bria starts ahead, hands it back. Oh, that was Declan. Declan gets it back from Bria into the zone. He'll go down to the corner with it. Possession around behind. He's tripped up. No call. Played up to the near far side point. Garrett fires that. Declan from this corner up front. Puck cleared to the wall by Thunderhawks before we could get Rails could get a shot off. Poke check to center ice. Garrett's got it. He cuts back near side. He'll circle. Plays it near side for Will. Into the offensive zone he goes. His shot, stick saved and covered. Will couldn't get on the rebound. 4:28 left in the first period. Offensive zone faceoff coming here for the Rails. Puck scores free. Grand Rapids will start out of the zone. Into the zone down the far wall. They rim this one around behind. Miles has it in the corner. Starts up. Tries to clear. Will on the second effort does. Grand Rapids takes it away though. Turns the corner inside their own blue line. Sends it ahead. Matt has. Chips this one up and not out. That was held in. Matt will pick this up behind the net. Stops, reverses. Up near side for Will. That went through his stick. That's going to go the length of the ice. Will be icing. 3:46 left in the first period. Rails forced to start from their own end. Draw one back to the point by the Thunderhawks. Shot blocked by Max. Max racing ahead. He can't get to it. He's knocked off the puck. Tony able to battle there. It's in their feet. Thunderhawks pick this one up, start back into the zone. He'll cut to the middle, to the far side circle, back down, out front, off the end of the stick. Cleared to the line, but not out. Thunderhawks shot, kick saved by Jace, cleared to the wall. Tony picks that one up. He's able to get up out of the zone. He's checked, no call. Backhanded up to the line, but not out. Miles' second effort to the line. Tony able to get it out. As it comes back in, that is offsides. 3:07 left. Tony wins the draw back for Garrett. He sends it back out the far side wall. Tony tries to center. Matt will pick this one up inside the line. Starts ahead. In the near side. Fires a shot from the circle. That hits the glass. Thunderhawks pick it up at their own blue line. Start out. Into the offensive zone they go. Garrett takes it away. Plays it back up the wall. Too far for Tony. Thunderhawks into the zone. Backhander towards the net. Shot saved by Jace. Matt clears it to the end wall. Garrett picks it up there. Garrett with a head of steam out of the zone on the far wall. Cuts to the middle. Back pressure there forces it into the end wall. Thunderhawks will be the first ones on it. Around, up. Chip to the middle. Errant pass. Declan picks it up inside the zone. He stops in the corner. Take it away. Grand Rapids up the far wall. Poke checked at the blue line. They're in offsides. 2:07 left in the first. Another neutral zone draw upcoming. Thunderhawks win the draw, dumped into the zone. That gets all the way to the corner. Miles from behind the net, up for Bria. She tries to play it ahead. That's held in by the Thunderhawks. Played to the middle. Matt chips it away. Gray will play it off the near side wall and out. Thunderhawks take it back. Can't get it into the zone. Bria starts up into the offensive zone. She'll push one just wide of the net. Thunderhawks are on behind their own net. Start up through the middle. Pass to the near side. Centered. That off a stick into the corner. Thunderhawks still have possession. Around behind, played out front. Gray chips it to the wall. Backhand attempt furthers it, but not out. Sent back through the slot. Miles chips it off the near side wall. Thunderhawks have sidestep there. They walk into the circle. Shot, gloved, held onto by Jace. 1:10 left in the first period. Rails another opportunity to start from their own end. Shots, hits a body out front. That was friendly fire. Thunderhawks have it. Centered on the side of the net there. They're going to blow the whistle. 27 fired a wicked wrister. Hit his teammate right in the chest out front. We'll take a brief break. 59.7 left in the first. All right, Grand Rapids player up under his own power. Getting a back pat from his buddy. Sorry, I hit you in the chest. Again, 59.7 left in the first. Defensive zone draw upcoming. We've got, looks like Ruxin is on the dot. Got Garrett and Miles at the point. Shot! Oh, pad save from, that was a toe save from Jace right off that draw. Ruxin able to clear. Will giving chase there. Played up near side by the Thunderhawks. Garrett stepped up. Miles just inside the line, clears it again. Thunderhawks played ahead. Ruxin slowed it up at the line. He gets it back. Able to clear. Plays it to the middle. Will up ahead for Brecken. Brecken beat to the puck. Good back pressure there from Grand Rapids. Miles comes near side for Garrett. Garrett lost this one ahead into the zone. Griffin will be the first one there. He's battling on the half wall for it. Played up to the point. Thunderhawks will clear. 2-on-1 as they cross center ice. Miles, the man back. Shots. Blocker save. Ramps up into the netting. Jace came out and made himself big. Got the blocker on it. 3.5 left in the first. Draw one to the wall. Garrett lost this one high out of the zone. That'll end the first period. Shots on net. Grand Rapids 9 for a first period save total for Jace of 9. Rails only able to muster 2 for a first period save total for Grand Rapids goaltender of 2. We're going to take a brief break. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, 15 minutes back on the clock. We switch sides. Second period about to start. Brecken back out there with Will and Ruxin. Garrett and Matt will start at the points. Thunderhawks come out of the circle with it, into the offensive zone. Poke check to the blue line, forces them back out. They get it back. Shot from there, blocker to side by Jace. Garrett up the near side wall, takes a man out, still battling for possession. He's got two there with him. Puck squirts to the circle. Matt plays this ahead, chips it past. He's able to get out of the zone with it, up the near side wall. Shot from the blue line. Whoa, he just missed the net. That went over by about 2 inches. Garrett picks it up at his own blue line. Stretch pass forward. Ruxin puts him into the zone. He'll fire from the blue line. That goes wide. Goaltender opts to glove it and hang on. Just 49 seconds into the second period. Couple opportunities here for the Rails. None of them on net. Puck bouncing around. Thunderhawks will come away with it. Through neutral ice. Good skate there from Miles. Bria forces it back down into the Grand Rapids end. They play it ahead into neutral ice. Into the zone on the near side. Backhand pass attempt taken away by Bria. She clears the zone once more. Thunderhawks from neutral ice. Taken away by Bria. Declan couldn't corral. Puck comes back near side. Bria plays it ahead. Thunderhawks have it again. Into the zone, shot from the dot, that hits the side of the net, goes in behind. Declan up the wall, across the dasher and out. Thunderhawks forced to play in their own end. Play it up ahead, cuts to the middle. Starts into the offensive zone. They'll just dump it into the corner, give chase. Grand Rapids, the first one's on it. They've got possession in the corner. Miles battling down there with Declan. Declan walks out of the corner, gives it to Gray. He'll clear. Thunderhawks from center ice, taken away by Declan. He starts ahead, down the near side wall, tries to cut to the middle. Puck ends up on the half wall. He'll just force this one around behind. Cleared up and out. Miles has it at the red line, dumps it in. Thunderhawks will play it. The Rails looking for a change. Rimmed around near side by Grand Rapids. Played up and out of the zone. Griffin centers. Garrett has. He stops. Tries to cut back. Still has possession. Tony will take this into the zone. He fires from the high slot. Blocker saved into the corner. Garrett forechecking now. Tries to center. Tony through the crease. Griffin covering up. Jumps in from the blue line. Tries to drop back. Nobody there. Thunderhawks will start out. Dumped into the corner from center ice. Miles in the far corner picks this. Oh, he overskated. Thunderhawks shot from the circle. Save. Jay Smothers. A little pushing and shoving out front. No harm, no foul. 12:03 left in the second. The Rails will start to the left of Jace. Puck to the near side circle, towards the net. Shot is under Jace. He found it. Miles went down in a heap up front. We'll switch sides, have another face-off here. Ruxin set to take this draw. Will comes out of the circle with it. Thunderhawks take it away and dump it right back in the corner. Puck to the far half wall. Defender up from the blue line does hold. Thunderhawks are on behind. They center. Comes to the circle. Shot. That doesn't make it. Blocked out front. Matt able to kick it to Brecken out of the zone. Matt gets dumped. Ruxin fires that one in, but offside. Thunderhawks win it back to the near side. Play it up and out of the zone. Through neutral ice. They forced it down into the corner. Garrett, the first one on it. Tries to play it around behind. Intercepted. Thunderhawks into the far side circle. That ramps off a stick. That'll end up and out of play. We've got 11:15 remaining in the second period. Another face-off in the defensive zone for the Rails. Puck loose in the circle. Bria's got it. She'll clear. Thunderhawks circle at the red line. Into the zone, but taken away by Declan. Oh, they get it back. Played ahead by Matt. Declan able to sidestep one. Held in at the line. That bounces off a couple of skates into the end wall. Matt around behind for Gray. He shovels this ahead. Declan picks this up. He's into the offensive zone with it. Bria now. Backhander off a skate. That's skitters wide. Up to the line and out. Matt picks this up at center ice. Starts near side. Loses possession. Able to backhand it ahead. Bria furthers it into the zone. Thunderhawks start out. Dumped. Doesn't make it in initially. Second effort does put him in. Brecken ahead. That's taken off his stick. Thunderhawks. Rink-wide pass. Will dump it into the corner. Matt. Back behind the net. Pass intercepted. Played into the slot. Matt picks this one up. He starts ahead. Through center ice. He's got it poke checked. Thunderhawks start ahead. Garrett comes back. Good break up there from Garrett. Forces it to the corner. Jacqueline in behind the net. Rims this one around. Gray has it there. Thunderhawks player falls on the puck. Still underneath him. Gray chips this to the blue line and out. Thunderhawks try to play it back in, taken away by Declan. Bria now has. Bria into the offensive zone. Poke checked at the line. Gray will. Oh, he overskated. Bria fires this one down into the corner. They're looking for a change. Thunderhawks from behind their own net. They start out down the middle. Cuts to the near side wall into the offensive zone. Shot off the post wide of the net. Clearing attempt taken away, comes to the line. Thunderhawks unable to hold. Tony starts ahead, but that rolled off the end of his stick. Played off the wall. Thunderhawks pick it up just outside the line. They'll dump it into the near side corner. Matt chips it ahead up the wall. Thunderhawks pinch from the blue line. Matt forces it into the end wall. Around behind, Thunderhawks can't get it up front. Tony back around the wall. To the slot. Backhander from there, hits a body out front. Rebound, hits another body. Tony able to get it up and out of the zone. Still battling in the neutral ice. Griffin steps up. Disrupts temporarily. Thunderhawks into the offensive zone. Shot. I don't know if that was on net or it was blocked out front. Jace finally finds it alongside the net and pounces on it. 8:27 left in the second. Rails will take the draw to Jace's right. Thunderhawks back to the far side point. Shot blocked by Will. Thunderhawks back off the near side wall. They pick it up. Into the offensive zone they go. Sent out front near side. Into the circle. Ruxin picks that one up. Plays ahead for Garrett. Garrett up the near side wall. And they're going to say he was in offsides. 8:03 remains in the second period. Face-off will come just outside the Grand Rapids end. Draw one by Brecken. Miles gives it back to him across the... No! Across the line, but they're going to say that was offsides. The puck never came back out. Will forces that one into the zone. Draw one by Brecken. Thunderhawks from the corner. Around behind the net. Played ahead. That's knocked down by Brecken. Thunderhawks get it back. They're out of the zone. 4-on-2 as they cross center ice. Miles slows them down at the line. Centering attempt. Doesn't make it out in front of the net. Miles has got it behind. Fights off a check there. Chips it ahead. Brecken's got it. Brecken and Rux 2-on-2. Centered into Will's feet. Will picks this up. Sends it back to the near side wall. Brecken turns. Fires. Stick save. Thunderhawks will clear. Comes to the line. Brecken holds. Brecken tries to center. Taken away by the Thunderhawks. Brecken gets it back. Sends it down the wall into the corner. Rocks in. Bodied there behind the net. 27 for Grand Rapids going to the box. Minor penalty for interference. .7:03 left in the second. Minute and a half on the penalty clock for Grand Rapids. Rails to the power play. Brecken will be centering Will and Miles. Matt and Garrett at the point. Draw comes to the circle. Thunderhawks able to clear. Garrett tips it ahead into the offensive zone. Thunderhawks will have. Played back up the wall and out. Garrett at center ice. Gets it to Brecken. In the zone on sides. He'll fire this one towards the net. That's intercepted out front. That goes up the wall to the near side point. Matt stops it at the blue line. Able to hold. Chips it ahead. Will stripped of the puck on the half wall. Thunderhawks start out. Matt stops. Takes it away. Back into the offensive zone. He goes. On his backhand shot. Blocker save just over the nets. Thunderhawks from the corner. They'll play it off the far side wall and out. That bounces off a skate. Matt picks it up inside the line. Backhands it ahead for Will. Thunderhawks jump that pass though and force it right back into the end. Garrett curls up the near side wall. Up and out of the zone. Thunderhawks will send it right back in offside. 6 even left in the second. 27 ticks left in the minor penalty to Grand Rapids. Brecken wins the draw over to Will. He starts ahead, gets to the red line, dumps it into the corner. Ruxin, first one on it in the near side corner. Backhands it into the circle. Will in his skates. To the line, Garrett will hold. He walks to the circle, backhand over for Brecken. Brecken fires, it's saved, loose. Quick whistle, the puck was still bouncing around. 5 seconds left in the power play for the Rails, 5:38 left in the second. Offensive zone draw coming. Declan on the dot. He's got Gray and Bria on the wings. Matt and Garrett still at the points. One back to Garrett. He fires from just outside the circle. That goes wide. Bria hustles over, tries to center. Thunderhawk will pick that up in the circle. Back to full strength. Centering attempt taken away by Garrett. Poke check there. Gray waiting for Garrett to get back on sides. Bria had drifted in though. Offsides is the call. 5:22 left in the second. Faceoff comes back outside the Thunderhawks end. Draw one, Gray into the zone, but he's poke checked off the puck. He's dumped behind the play. Puck back in, he's offsides. So we'll get another neutral zone faceoff. Declan wins the draw, gets a chip back from Bria. Curls, fires it rink wide into the zone. Thunderhawks will be the first ones on it. Behind their net. Start to head up the near side wall. Plays it to himself. Through neutral ice into the offensive zone he goes. Poke check by Miles in the high slot. Declan plays it ahead. Gray overskated at the blue line, but he gets it back. He fires this one down in on, that goes it wide. Thunderhawks from the corner. Declan comes over, takes it away, tries to play it back to the point. Thunderhawks take it away. They don't reach center ice, dump it in. That'll be icing. .434 left in the second period. Offensive zone draw coming for the Rails. Holy delay of game, Batman. Late. Draw comes to the near side wall. Thunderhawks have it, start ahead. That's taken away. Garrett now at the point, gives it back for Tony. Griffin tries to get down the wall with it. Met by a couple of players. That's cleared high and over. Garrett out of the zone. Miles hustles back. First one on it. Backhands it up to the blue line. Tony tips. Garrett picks it up. Starts out of the zone. Thunderhawks take that one away. They'll dump it in from the far side line. Chipped back in behind the net. Miles battling behind the goal, or in the corner. Tony behind the net. Rims it around. Max at the half wall, picks this one up. Chips it to the middle for Griffin. That's taken away. Thunderhawks back into the zone. Tony at the blue line picks it up after the poke check. Tony can't get it into the zone. Thunderhawks take it away, start back out. Toe drag into the circle, shots. That goes wide. I don't know if that ramped off of Jace or not. That's in behind. No shot on the board from that, so we're going to say that shot just missed wide, ended up over. Brecken, draw back to the point from the Hawks. He sidesteps well, walks in, shot, pad saved, and covered. Jace not allowing any second chances there. 3:19 left in the second. Thunderhawks win the draw back to the far point. Up to the line, it's still away by Will. He starts out, chips ahead for Ruxin. Ruxin from the blue line, shot on net, sticked into the corner. Thunderhawks off the near side wall, chipped ahead, out of the zone. And as Miles plays it, we're going to have a delayed penalty here. Ruxin going to the box. High sticking the call. So, Rails to the penalty kill, 3 even, 3 minutes left on the clock in the second period. Minute and a half goes on the board for Ruxin. High sticking the call once more. Brecken wins the draw to the corner. Matt has it there. Plays it up the wall. Thunderhawks at the point. Fakes a shot. Walks back down the wall. Centers all the way through. Chipped up to the line and out. Thunderhawks forced back. Started on the far side wall. Dumped into the corner. Matt picks this one up behind the net. Fans on a clearing attempt. Thunderhawks take it to the near side wall. Sent to the circle. Center, chipped into the net. That's a goal. Power play goal with 2:25 left in the second period. Thunderhawks take the first lead of the game. Standing on the back door, chips it home. Thunderhawks win the draw back. Played off the near side wall into the zone. Garrett scoops it up there. Cuts back to the middle. Starts ahead. In the zone near side. Shot from the circle. Gloved. Held onto by the goaltender. 2:07 left in the second. Grand Rapids wins the draw. They've got it. Circle around behind their net. Stretch pass ahead. Matt tips. Can't control. Second effort. Does take it away. Puck to the line. Walks down. Bottom of the circle. Poke check there. Around behind the net. I think Garrett forced that one wide. Sent back out front. Matt takes it away. He's out of the zone. Cuts to the far side. Shot from the circle. Scores! Bar down. Matt ties the game at 1 with 1:39 left in the second. Rails tie the game. 1:39 left in the second period. Matt goes bar down. Thunderhawks with possession off the draw. Played ahead. That hit Garrett. He'll pick it up, chips it ahead. Bria furthers it. Gray will skate into it. 1-on-1 as he enters the zone. Shot. Glove held onto. 1:26 left in the second. We'll get an offensive zone draw coming up. Tony on the offensive zone draw. Thunderhawks take it around behind their own net. Up the near side wall. Through center ice into the offensive zone. Toe drag there, loses it. Squirts all the way to the far side circle. Max able to get it ahead for Tony. Tony into the zone, backhands this one towards the slot. Griffin hustling ahead. Played up the wall. Miles pinches from the line. It's chipped out. Thunderhawks 1-on-3 as he crosses the blue line. Taken away by Max once more. Tony out of the zone. Max back ahead for Tony. Rolled off the end of his stick. Thunderhawks will chip it out. Miles waits for his team to get onside. Pushes it down the near side wall. Tries to stop along the half wall. Thunderhawks able to take it away. Start back out. 3-on-2. Shot from there blocked by Garrett in the high slot. Centering attempt goes off of Jace to the line. Thunderhawks fire. Blocker save over the net. Comes back out front. Played by Jace. Puck loose. Max battling for it. Able to clear it to the top of the circle and out. Griffin can't get it past the pinching defender. Thunderhawks right back into the zone on the near side. Around behind the net. They'll be the first ones on it. Come back around. Centered. That gets through the slot. Shot from the point. They're going to say no goal. Buzzer had gone off. Time had expired in the second period before the puck went into the net. So we will take a 15-minute break, resurface the ice, and come back. Score is tied at 1. Second period shot totals for the Rails, 6. For second period save total for the Rapids goaltender, 5. Second period shot total for the Thunderhawks, 4. For a second period save total for Jace of 3. Again, 15-minute break while we resurface the ice. We will be right back. Welcome back to the ice, your Proctor Rails. All right, everybody, 15 minutes back on the clock. Third period about to start. Quarterfinal game here between the Thunderhawks of Grand Rapids and your Proctor Rails. Brecken on the draw, wins it back for Miles. Played it ahead, that's intercepted. Grand Rapids dumps it near side wall. Will up off the wall, not out. That's held in at the blue line. They'll send it right back into the corner. Miles has double teamed in the corner, tries to further it along. Will comes down to help. Brecken next switch to the circle. Matt plays it up off the wall. Will picks this up and rink wide pass does get through. Ruxin tries to give it back to Will. Puck ends up in the near side corner. Will on the half wall. And with that, Ruxin ended up into the, who is that? Yeah, Ruxin ended up into the post behind the play, and that come off. Refs are talking about it, but looks like no call is going to happen here. Face-off will come inside the offensive zone. Thunderhawks win it back to the corner. They'll rim that one hard around. Chipped up the wall, held in at the point by Matt. He backhands this one back down behind the net. Rimmed back up the wall. Gray battling, has it down in the corner. Centers for Brecken, rolled off the end of his stick into the near side wall. Thunderhawks clear that one hard off the far corner. 59 seconds into the third, icing the call. Rails get another offensive zone faceoff. We've got Declan centering Gray and Bria. Garrett and Miles at the points. Puck one back. Bria tries to center. Garrett has it. He'll just backhand this one down around behind. Grand Rapids from the far corner. Tries to play it up the wall. It's interrupted by Gray. He's still battling along the wall there. Declan walks off the half wall, cuts to the middle, poke check, puck's loose in the slots. Bria couldn't get a stick on it, and Thunderhawks start out. Down the near side wall. Cuts towards the middle. Declan will force that one into the end wall. He loses a stick. Grand Rapids centers, fires. That goes off the blocker and into the netting behind. That landed on the box above the net. Declan on the defensive zone faceoff, wins it back to Garrett. He'll rim this one around. That's intercepted on the half wall. Thunderhawks back to the point, but it was miscue. Bria in a foot race for it. Thunderhawks to be the first ones back. Bria forces them to the near side wall. They do get it up and out. Garrett will pick this one up at center ice. Backhands it ahead for Declan. Into the zone. Protects the puck. Tries a move. That's cleared around the far wall. Ray temporarily disrupted. The Thunderhawks chip it ahead. They're into the offensive zone. Centering attempt taken away by Declan. Centered again. That's into the slot. Shot there. Scores! One-timer from the slot. Grand Rapids back in the lead. 2-1 with 12:41 left in the third. Thunderhawks win the draw back to their near side, far side point. Played up ahead. This one shipped in on net. Jace will play it to Matt. Matt clears it to the wall. Tipped by Max, and they're out of the zone. Puck loose. Thunderhawks start back. Max interrupts. Plays it back to the far wall. Thunderhawks get that one. Send it in on net. Jace clears to the wall. Miles behind the nets. Takes a guy down. They're going to say no call there. Miles has it. Plays it up for Tony. Tony tries to go rink wide. Can't connect with Griffin. Thunderhawks send it ahead. That's intercepted by Miles. He tries to go through two players. Bumps there as he dumps it into the zone. Rink wide pass taken away by Max. He's into the offensive zone. Tries to backhand over for Tony. That'll get forced into the corner. Four-man scrum in the corner. Thunderhawks have it. Rim it around far side. Matt will retreat. Grand Rapids through center ice into the offensive zone. This is pushed in on net. Jace tips for Miles. Centered back out front. Jace returns it. Shot wide of the net. Grand Rapids plays it back to the point. Loads up, fires. That hits a body out front. Matt picks it up. He turns the corner, starts out of the zone. Into center ice, down into the circle. Shots off the blocker. Thunderhawks will pick this one up. Played around behind. Taken away by Brecken on the half wall. Poke checked off his stick. Thunderhawks unable to clear though. Will has after the poke check. He'll fire from the circle. Blockered into the end wall. Thunderhawks curl around their net, start back out. Intercepted by Miles. He hits a skate as he sidesteps there. He'll backhand this one down into the corner. Rimmed around the far side. Garrett walks down the wall. He'll fire. That goes wide. Miles on the near side. Walks in. Shoots. Goalie comes out. He'll glove and hang on. 10-22. 10-23 left in the third. Rails trailing by one. Brecken wins the draw back for Garrett. He fires a shot. That's kicked into the corner. Brecken battling there. Cleared to the half wall. Thunderhawks, rink wide pass. They're out of the zone. Into the offensive zone. They'll chip to the corner and give chase. Played back. Rucks in, up the wall. Brecken able to pick it up. Thunderhawks come back. Take it away. Clear to center ice. Puck loose there. Miles hops on it. He's into the zone. From the circle, shot blocked. Miles in the corner, centers for Brecken. Shot, that's blocked out front. Thunderhawks 3-on-1 as they exit their zone. Into the offensive zone they come, and they'll fire the shot. That goes wide. Garrett off the far wall. Thunderhawks from the blue line come up, fire that one. Jace will save it. He hangs on. 9:30 left in the third. Rails start from their own end. Declan wins the drawback for Garrett. He curls into the corner, stops, up the middle for Gray, chipped off the wall and out. Thunderhawks pass back, rink wide, doesn't connect. That goes all the way. They'll call that icing. They'll say no touch on the near side wall. 9:14 remains in the third. Thunderhawks win, retreat to the corner, sent around, picked up at their own blue line and out of the zone. Garrett battles at center ice. Declan with good back pressure there, takes it away. Retreats behind his own net, fires this one back up the middle for Gray. Gray up ahead for Bria. She fanned on it. They're going to say this one also goes for icing. 8:53 left in the third period. Rails start from their own end here. Thunderhawks force it down into the corner. Declan battling behind the goal. Thunderhawks sent this one back to the end wall. Miles has it now. Battling there, sends it up the wall. Thunderhawks down in from the line. Around behind, sent out front. Shot goes wide. Declan forces it to the near corner. Matt will pick it up there. Chips it ahead. Bria skates into it. Into the offensive zone. Her shot hits a skate. Thunderhawks try to clear it up the wall. Bria steps up. Matt holds the line. He sidesteps, walks into the circle, shoots. Glove save. .8:13 left in this third period. Rail still trying to find the equalizer. Tony on the draw, comes back. Matt poke checks at the line. Max forces it towards the slot. Puck's bouncing around. Thunderhawks will come away with it. Through center ice into the offensive zone. Down to the bottom of the circle. His shot hits Jace. Puck loose. Tony plays it ahead. Out of the zone, Max chips it to the near side wall. Thunderhawks play it back off the far wall into the offensive zone. Miles will pick it up there. He surveys, starts ahead, plays back far side. Griffin has. He starts up through center ice. He'll fire this one into the far corner. Thunderhawks stop behind their own net, surveying. Play it up near side. Stretch pass across the center ice. Garrett able to poke check that one. Thunderhawks will have to regroup. Pick it up. They start into the zone. Runs over the top of Griffin. No call there as they collided. Thunderhawks have it. Play it ahead. Max takes that away at the blue line. He plays this ahead. This one shot down, hits Jace. That'll be a shot on net. Rocks in off the near side wall for Garrett. He's stripped of the puck. Thunderhawks from the corner, centered, up front, shot. Jace slides across, makes the save. Tony up out of the zone. Rink wide pass for Max. He's in behind the D, hustling ahead. Good back pressure there from the Thunderhawks. Take it away. They'll stretch this one ahead. It goes the length of the ice, and that'll go for icing. 6:34 left in the third. Rails start with another offensive zone face-off here. Brecken on the offensive zone faceoff. Plays to the near side wall. Matt comes up for the blue line, holds the zone, walks to the circle, shoots. That goes wide of the net. Ruxin in the corner. He's checked into the wall. No call. Grand Rapids plays it up and out of the zone. Matt able to poke check at center ice. Sidesteps the player there. Plays it ahead. Matt gets it back at the blue line, starts into the zone. He fires a shot, kick save. He's got it on the half wall. Down to the corner, still battling. Still battling along the half wall, comes to the point. Will has there, he fires this one, that goes wide. Gray battling, forces it to the wall. He gets checked into the wall. Played up ahead, Garrett holds, comes down from the line. This gets cleared by the Thunderhawks. Matt curls at his own blue line, starts ahead. Tries to sidestep a player, poke checked at the line. Puck comes free. Matt back into the zone, fires the shot, stick save. Thunderhawks will clear to the corner. Lofted up ahead. This goes the length of the ice. Jace sticks it aside. Garrett, first one on it, plays it ahead. That gets through to center ice. Thunderhawks fired in from there. Garrett on the half wall, skate to stick. Cuts back, goes out the far side. Cuts back to the middle, into the zone. From the shot from the circle, glove dropped. Thunderhawks taken away by Gray. He forces this down towards the net. Diving play, forces it behind. Grand Rapids cuts to the middle, starts out the near side. That goes all the way down. That'll be icing. .451 remains in the third. After the icing call, the Rails will get an offensive zone faceoff. Thunderhawks win it back to the corner. Play it rink wide. They'll take it up out of the zone. Comes back near side as they enter. Stops at the half wall, back to the point. Walks off the wall. Shot from there, blocked. Thunderhawks have it. Shot on net. Jace saves. Thunderhawks get it back. They center. Shot from there. Jace on the goal line will smother. Jace standing tall in net tonight. 4:24 left in the third. Rails have to start from their own end. Puck loose, wins back to the point for the Thunderhawks. Shots, that goes wide. I don't think Jace ever saw that one come in. Thunderhawks down from the point, cuts to the middle. His shot, that's blocked to the wall. That was Brecken. Played back to the point. They'll fire this one in the near side corner. Will hustles over to the wall, chips it up and out of the zone. Thunderhawks will regroup at center ice. Played ahead, into the zone. They were offsides on the far side, no call. Centered all the way through the paint. Thunderhawks have it in the corner. Try to send it back out front. That's sent behind. Centering attempt off the base of the net. Puck loose. Will picks this one up. Starts ahead. Hands to Ruxin. Ruxin has it poke checked on the back pressure there. Will holds the zone at the line. Puck comes to the line and dumped out. Garrett will pick this one up. Has to wait for his team to get back on sides. Battle along the boards. Thunderhawks start ahead. Into the offensive zone, cuts down the middle. Poke check there from Miles, forces it into the corner. Garrett will pick this one up. Garrett from the near side wall. Into the circle, stretch pass. Hits Ruxin, he tries to drop, that's taken away. Thunderhawks played ahead, it's in his skates. Garrett takes it away, starts ahead. That's poked away from Garrett. Back into the offensive zone come the Thunderhawks. To the circle, cuts to the middle, scores! And with that, Grand Rapids extends the lead 3-1 with 2:54 left in the third. Timeout, Rails. Longest timeout ever. Thunderhawks win the draw. Through center ice into the offensive zone. That shot beats Chase. And Thunderhawks extend the lead 4-1. Grand Rapids wins the draw, plays it off the near side wall. Garrett has it there. Ahead for Declan, but that's held in at the point. Matt gloves that one down, starts ahead, chips it up to the line and out. Gray battling along the wall. Matt tries to play ahead, chips it up, bumps the player there. Cleared into the corner, Garrett will pick it up. Garrett upended, center, that's taken away by Chase. Bria now chips it out of the zone. Thunderhawks take it away at the blue line. They'll just fire this one back in, content to kill time. Matt back to the end wall with it. Off the far wall, Declan picks that up, sidesteps out the blue line. Poke check at center ice, takes it away. Thunderhawks dump it right back in. Jay settles this one down. Matt will pick it up in the near side corner. Poke check off his stick. Garrett picks it up, though. Garrett steams ahead into the zone on the far side. He fires a shot off a shin. Dre now puts one in on net. That rolled just wide of the post. Off the goaltender. Dre battling along the end wall. Puck squished to the far half wall. Thunderhawks start ahead and out of the zone. 1:20 left. Into the zone down the middle. Poke checked away by Matt. Garrett will pick up the loose change. He starts back out. Garrett into the zone on the near side. Stops in the circle. Fires. That goes wide. Max holds at the far wall. Sends it ahead. Bounces around. Thunderhawks will clear. Minute left in the period. Gray stifles a dump-in attempt. Declan curls at the blue line. Starts ahead. Into the zone with a head of steam. Fires from the dot. That was going wide. Goaltender gloves and hangs on. 45.4 left. Thunderhawks win to the corner. Battling there. Tony and Max trying to battle along the end wall. Thunderhawks come away with it. They'll chip it around the far wall. Keeps it himself. Starts out of the zone. Into the offensive zone down the far side. Shot low off the circle. Jace takes it in the body. He'll hang on. 21.8 left in the third. Rails still down by 3-1 or 4-1. Tony on the draw, wins it back to Miles. Tony gets it back, tries to play it up the wall. Sent to the middle, Matt intercepts before he gets to the goal. Curls around behind, plays up and out of the zone. This one goes the length of the ice. Icing will be called with 7.5 left in the game. So this tournament, folks, double elimination. The Rails falling to Grand Rapids here will play tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. We're again, playing the loser of the previous game. Thunderhawks down into the slot. Shot. Jace comes out with a big save right at the end of the game. Thunderhawks will advance to the semifinals, and they will play Red Lake Falls. Rails falling tonight. Play 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Drive 4.5 hours to play your neighbors. They will face off against Hermantown. Third period shot total for the Thunderhawks, 10. For third period save total for Jace of 7. Third period shot total for the Rails, 9. For a third period save total for the Grand Rapids goaltender of 9. Jace with a game save total of 19. Grand Rapids goaltender had a game save total of 16. Again, Rails back in action tomorrow morning, first thing, 8 a.m., where they will face off against the Hawks from Hermantown.